Hello everybody! Today's first thing on our agenda is Vampire the Masquerade Broken Mirror, which is another Malkavian story, if I remember correctly. I wanted to do that yesterday with the previous Malkavian game, but at the same time I was not confident that both of them would fit into one video, especially considering that these things I don't pre-play. So I don't actually know how long they are, and I don't want to just have to cut a visual novel short, so we're doing Broken Mirror today. How do you know that the day has changed? Well, I am wearing lipstick now. How do you know that the date hasn't actually changed and I'm still recording this on a Sunday night? Well, everything else is the same, because screw removing my pentacle, I kind of really like it. Let's just start. I'm just gonna call myself Myrta. Oh, I am short and young. Is that... I retend. We're dead. If that was supposed to be pretend, I'm pretty sure that we're missing a letter. But... I'm feeling old now. Ah! Hello, welcome back, generic apartment. I missed you so much. Spirals. Big cables are connected to smaller cables. Every big cable is connected to a bigger cable, and every cable that connects to a big cable is connected to a bigger cable. It's almost like this connection is endless. Of course it isn't. Every data that travels through the jungle of spiraled cables reaches that end. It's a struggle to name the nameless. It isn't nameless, it's just that there isn't a word to describe it correctly. It is not an end or it. I guess one could call it God? No, that's not right either. It's strange. It's the truth, it's the reality, it's the great silence. Close. Something feels off, unexplained. Because there isn't a way to describe a thing that really isn't a thing. It is something that oversees all and all the possible with all the impossible. It is something that finds a use for you. You travel through the spirals for eternity until you reach the end, and the end restarts eternity until it repeats itself. Worst of all, it's all done willingly. Every failure doubles the distance. It's not the end, not the beginning, not a god, not a thing, not an I, not an overseer, not a teacher, not a leader, not a ruler, not a punisher. It's all of the things and none of them. It's the source of... What? Hey Myrta, about the thing. Look, it's great and all, but is it? Huh? Spit it out. Look. Used to send me stuff that makes sense, sort of. Those were fine. But these are... I don't even know. No one here knows. It's just... Your mouth makes a lot of noises, but you don't say much. Maybe you should take a break? You know, a change of scenery. I don't know, go camping, go to the city, clear your head, you know. Do something different. Then talk to me after. Alright? Alright. See you then. City. Colors and emotions. Blinding. Loud. Ah. I suppose the story here is that we used to be a writer and then we got an embraced and we're Malkavian now. First of all, girlie, you're 22 and you have a publisher? Fuck me, I'm jealous. But at the same time, all I can really do is poetry and occult books, and honestly, there isn't much of an audience for either. That being said, getting a publisher is so hard. Getting paid for writing is so hard, and she has that at the age of 22? Whoa. Well, let's change our scene. Yeah? Alright. I will change this scene. Not that it matters when you can't leave your head behind. Get out of your head. I will not. It's the stuff what nightmares are made out of, but it's the stuff I know. All right, let's go. Right now? Right now. What about camping? City. Camping. What's the difference? Sure. What is logic anyway? I'm off. It's the second game when I see this picture, but that's a lot less than seeing the picture for the apartment. I think this is the first time I'm seeing this one though. I'm trying to make sense of the intro. The bad thing is that I can sort of comprehend some of it. I don't know what that says about me. There's a thing in nothing. No thing is not empty. Well, that should be what Beyond the Gates looks like. Rusty smell on the air, ringing ears, boiling cold water inside your head like a kettle. Put your ear on the wall and maybe you can hear the screams of the damned. Or the giggles. It's better not to listen at all. Sometimes you don't get to choose what to hear. What now? Where to? Graveyard? Really? Seems inviting. Not for the living. It is inviting for the living. What else? Fine. Why not? Variety of reasons. But well, who's going to list them and who's going to listen? You want to do something different? This is different, I'll give you that. I would give you a piece of my mind, but I'm afraid to make things worse for myself. Oh, I don't get to see this one often either. I'm trying to think. Thinking doesn't always come easy. You know, another thing, it's kind of weird and edgy to refer to your mind as something that nightmares are made out of. Because I guess I got to a point where mine are unable to scare me, therefore they're oddly comforting. I think a lot of my norms would come off as scary for some people, and I would assume that they have a low scare tolerance. But at the same time, I can't be like, my mind is made out of nightmares. That's such an edgy statement. Because when it is made out of nightmares, but you're not stressed about it, it's just day-to-day shit. Like, it doesn't... No, it becomes comfy. Well, I think what I'm trying to say is befriend your demons. It's a much better living when you do. A change in the air. Smell of rust becomes moldy. It's quiet enough to hear the boiling water inside your head. What boils inside, boils inside. At least it's quiet. One might even call it peaceful, don't you think? I miss... This will sound really dumb, but I miss graveyards. My country of origin has a Day of the Dead instead of Halloween, and people go and like take care of graves. And you would go there pretty late, like 6, 7 p.m. And you would climb to the hill of your ancestor's grave, and you would spend time getting rid of the weeds and making sure that the dirt is all nice and lighting up a couple candles. And when you would be leaving, you could just see a sea of candles on like crisp, cold air. And that is so beautiful. It really is. Then in England, You're either faced with tiny churchyard graveyards, which honestly you can't really look at all that much because, well, it's a churchyard. It's something that's usable by people. Or you will be faced by big graveyards that actually have guards and close at like 4 p.m. in order to make sure that nothing gets stolen. And that is such a shame because the best time to experience a graveyard is when it's very peaceful. Sure, it's muddy. Rain does that. Science is magic. What science? Dark science. I'm tired and muddy and wet. That's what she... Don't. Off I go to the next location. Don't need to be here yet anyway. Yet. Now this place sticks out like a thief in a jewelry store. Also, I should totally take a walk later today, but I empathize with it being rainy and muddy and wet. It's like, it's been a pretty cold week, but it's like 5-6 degrees Celsius, so it keeps on just being really yucky. There is enough alcohol in the air to start fire with a cigarette. You want different? Well, there you go. Seriously? Said it so yourself. Try something different. Within common sense, you keep adding things. And what was his? The publisher said the same thing, pretty much. He's not the voice of common sense. And you are? Depends on the comparison. You don't even remember the guy's name. Why would you care what he says? Seem to think that would help. How would that help? More than that, why would he think I needed help? I don't have an answer for that. Nothing you would like to hear anyway. I don't think he said help. Maybe it was something he thought of. It's hard to distinguish between the two sometimes. Don't distinguish then. Helpful that. Face of the bar glares at you silently. If it could speak, it would sound like an angry woman yelling with no reason to anyone within her general vicinity. I will get in. Cheers and applauses. Mashed up smells and colors hit you like a brick. It's near impossible to name or identify them. This is terrible. Why would anyone put themselves in a terrible situation willingly? It's the same reason why would anyone slide down from the nonsensical spiral. In a way, this is some sort of leveling up. You jump in a hole, broke all your bones, you survive, you level up. Jump into fire, you burn, you survive, you level up. It would be better if you didn't. Then you can delete all of that and start again like it never happened in the first place. It feels unfair. But why did I decide to jump then? Decide, not decided. What are you having? I've never seen what and are shortened into one word before, and I am staring at it. She asks from the other side of the bar. Strange. Not what she said, but what she looks like. She looks like someone you know for a while, even though this is the first time you've ever seen her. I'm good with faces. Not so much with names, though. Huh? Then it hits you like a garbage truck. Ah! Angry woman glaring at the passerbys. It's identical to the impression I've got from the bar earlier. Ha! That's it. That's her. Are you picking a fight? There is some sound effects, but they're actually drawn out by the music. There isn't... You need to balance that. Let me balance it for you. Thankfully, that wasn't directed at you. Well, no. Ravi. Oh, that's me, by the way. And that's Jada. Why are you introducing me to? Whatever. Would you prefer angry woman instead? He waves at you. There's about 2 inches between you two, so it's a strange distance to wave a hand. But you're a stranger than him. Then again, he is a stranger. I'm Myrta. You waved your hand as well. It's hard to get a read on him. I know. I mean... What do you mean I know? Are those alarm bells in the distance? Nice to meet you, Myrta. Goddamn Malk. Aww, fellow Malkavian, hello. You, drink something. She's looking at you. It doesn't look like she's going to take no for an answer. Water? Give me your best water. Oh, for the love of... You know what? You two are meant for each other, idiots. Take the last part out, and we're in agreement. We are. You're lacking the small thing between we and our. I would blush if it wasn't panicking. You're oddly calm for someone who's panicking. It's the face I was born with. Here. She passes you a glass of transparent liquid. It's water. Somehow I can tell. Don't like alcohol, do you? My gray matters are unstable. They spill out when I'm wobbly. He leans close. Uncomfortably close. I know exactly what you mean. You do? That's a first. Sure he does. That's weird. Give him a chance! I know! But you should let them. If they escape themselves, you'll regret chaining them. From the depths of the burning sea. I think you mean sea as in the watery kind, which would be spelled as S-E-A. Otherwise, it's the burning to sea. Like the vision kind, which is a bit weird. But it is a game about Malkavians, so I don't know why I'm questioning it. Beyond the gates of the... Enough of that. Right. Yes. I know you're talking about the stuff inside my head, but you sound like you're keeping unwilling hostages in your basement. They wouldn't be hostages if they were willing. Huh. I don't have a basement. Yeah, that's not the important part here. Told you not to go in, but you had to, didn't you? Death would be something different too, I suppose. You're new to the city, and it's getting pretty late. I suggest you find yourself a hotel. How do you... Myrta, here. She puts another colorless drink in front of you. Smell of it throws you off like a pro wrestler. So no, it's not water. Drink it up. Go to sleep. You look like you need both. What? Not like it's poison. I would say something, but it would be a waste. Drink up. It's probably not a poison. I will trust those words. Swallowing a fireball, turning into a dragon, jumping into a volcano. You found a hotel somehow, but can't remember how did you manage to do that. It's all a blur. Here's a question, are we alive still? Because we just drank alcohol. We might be. Also, while the heterochromia is a beautiful condition, how many people would that actually have mental issues without being a Malkavian? I have questions. Mostly about the alcohol drinking though, because I think we're dead. But I'm not sure. I'm confused now. We look very pale. We don't make a lot of sense. We don't. Alone in a hotel in a city you don't know while your brain drowns in alcohol. Hold the demons. You found your room and your bed and jumped on it, not bothering to remove your clothes or shoes. Your embrace was years away. But since you've come to me, let me lift that veil out of your eyes. Oh, we were alive. It's one of those dreams. You're inside of nothing, and there is nothing inside you. The cold. Coming creeping behind you like spiders walking under your bones. There is no blood in your veins, there is no air in your lungs, water boils inside your head. There is a hole inside your head letting the air in. Boiling water spills through. Inside your blood, inside the dead flesh, under the meaningless word. Beyond the directionless water and the name of the nameless. Something left. Something shattered. There is a sweet taste in your lips and something bloody under your feet. Looks like a tossed out bloody rag. Cold hands touching at your face. How do you feel? Just a fly. Just a fly, just a fly, just a fly, just... Marta? Different. Out of the spiral. Off in all of the realms. There is a black hole at the ceiling. A fly in a spider's web pretending to be a spider. Cracked glass only has its own reflection. Oh no, our only sane voice has left our head. Could I ask for the common sense back? It was a nice one. Directionless burning waters under the gates of bones in the ship that sails in all directions. Rip off your wings if you must. I think you want to say off as in two F's as in take off and not off as in belongs to. Fly, little fly. Aww. And that is the end. That was so confusing because our protagonist did not make enough sense before dying. But you know, people cannot make sense too. Plus, it always was just this amount of distance from being overly edgy. Like it's a fine line, and you somehow didn't cross it though. So it does somewhat work. I'm not too sure how many choices the novel has. Overall though, good job! I did not realize that our protagonist was alive for 80% through. They did not act alive. And I feel quite bad for them because they used to have a sane voice. And it's gone now. So life must have felt pretty unstable before that, and good luck after that point. Just, there is a level of insanity that you can mask and way surpass it by quite a bit. Okay, welcome to a journey. And first of all, the text kind of cuts off, but I think I can move my head. There we go. It's not complete, and it's more of an art installation than a game, but as we were gonna go with weird, I thought we may as well go with weird all out. A game by Chris MacArthur. Hi there, please forgive the state of the game. I was working full-time during its development and I had several setbacks, both development and mental health related. For those reasons, the game is only about 2/3 complete. With that said, this is not necessarily a game as much as it is a piece of art. Do as you wish with that information. I figure you probably want to know how to move. The WASD keys will move you. Space key allows to jump. Left shift allows you to run when held. F toggles the flashlight. And by now you've probably found out that the mouse changes where you look. I wouldn't recommend looking all the way down unless you're so inclined. Oh god. Oh yeah. Oh, I see why. There. That was pretty cool, bruh. That was actually pretty cool. I don't know who I am anymore. Am I immortal or an immortal? Does my heart beat, or is it the memories of a time long past? Is this world Gehenna, or does it even exist? Oh my god, I can collide with the heart. Ooh. Hello inside. I live a modest life, rarely beyond my means. Even then, most of what I have is a means to an end. I get my sustenance when I can, where I can, how I can. I always never praise Cain before my meals or my tumultuous slumber. I do enjoy the sounds. You know what you should do with this? You should start submitting it into liminal spaces. This place is pretty liminal. Liminal spaces are just spaces that are empty, but you feel like they might not be. Up. Stairs might be a problem. But hey! Woo! I can look upside down. It's always fun. Ooh. Nothingness behind, and we were warned about sound at one point, and apparently it's loud. Sometimes I wonder whether he exists, whether such legends are true. Is there a Gehenna? Just an allegory. So I have had visions during a couple moments, high on rest. I wonder if those were true, or if I were peering inward toward what remains of myself. Oh! Oh my! Oh Jesus! As I stand today, I am tracing the marks of the feasts past. Some I choose to remember, and others I can never forget. Never truly knew how deep they went, nor did I care until I needed to survive. I am not joking. I am I'm very much digging this. I don't know what has happened to me, but after a while, it's really hard for me to satisfy myself with real video games. But the closer your game is to an art installation, the more attracted I am. Means that I like indie titles, experimental titles, I like things that are weird, I like things that look junky, I like things that don't play right, and then polished products come out and I just go, eh. I suppose what I'm seeking is the limits of human creativity, so whenever I see something that's actually creative, I am attracted to. I do like the ball. Oh, wow! Righty dokie. Mom, I'm home. Finding myself passing transiently through life, I thought I never cared about the way things were because I always had my family and a home, welcoming or not. But I did. I always had. But I denied those thoughts because I had seen what progress I made up the mountain, whether I could see the top or not. So I couldn't. Door opens. Door opens to a solitary window. Interesting. Oh, these stairs work. But this door does not open. That's pretty sad. Feel bad. Oh my, hi River! Traveling a bit fast here. Yeah, I think I can actually stop myself from rivering. Good. Then my thoughts pushed me around like the wind and the water, and I fell. When I got pulled downstream by the river flowing down the mountain against me, I needed a hand, a hold, a stronger being to help me out of it. He stood by me, helping me when I needed it, and standing back as best as they could when I didn't. Eventually I got back on the path, but never without the wind making its presence known. Ever present, invisible, and seemingly all-knowing like Cain below us, sleeping and waiting for his time. As told in a tale of the first city within the Book of Nod, and none will say when Cain will arise again from his sleep in the earth, and call for the city Gehenna, the last city, the city of judgment. His rage is sure to be greater than any that has ever been before. Okay, so I can't go down there. Ooh, and it ends. And itself closes. That was... I'm sad that you never got to finish it. Really? It is a beautiful piece of art. It is, and I feel like you could take out the vampire theme and still say something. Or at least take out the Vampire the Masquerade theme and still say something. Those environments must have taken you ages to do. I know that 3D making shit is not that hard, but still it's hard enough. It's hard enough, and you did good. It's, for what it is beautiful. What do I want to play now? Because I don't necessarily want to break the mood. There we go, VtM Home. It's a story about a thin blood from what I saw, and it probably will be depressing, so definitely it's not gonna break that mood. Vampire the Masquerade Home. And hey, there's windowed mode from the get-go, so I'm not having a is this recording anxiety, which is very nice. I'm glad you decided to call. Paige? Hearing him use your name and that crackle of a voice made your stomach churn. It's me. Have you decided concerning my offer? I have. Meet me where you turned me. 3 days from now at midnight. Can't wait to see you, Paige. It seems like nothing changed much since I left this town. A few stores came and went, but it still feels like home. That thought. I still can't shake that thought. I never wanted to return here. Was it after I changed? No, even before that, I just wanted out. This is where I need to be, because this is where he made me into this. A bloodsucker. Not even a full one as far as those stuck-up control freaks are concerned. Oh. Control freaks, the Camarilla. How could my so-called friends do this to me? We were losing control over the city, yes, but they knew what would happen to me after a takeover. Not just me, but them as well. They wanted to brand us with a half-moon. That's what they take us for, a fraction of what they are, incomplete. Unlife is rough as a thin blood. I just want this to be over. It's not as if I didn't try everything else. Exorcism, blood transfusion. Hell, I even tried praying. But if there is no other way of this, I must follow through. After all, he took my life. It's only justified to take it back. I wonder if this is long enough to pierce his heart. That's what I need to do, right? Stop shaking, Paige. Want it to return, this is what it takes. Pull yourself together. You never asked for this. He made that choice. He dragged you by your hair. He forced his blood down your throat and pushed you in a pit. I'm sorry, is he Bally? A pit? Was it an organ pit? I have questions. I still remember how cold my body felt while I lost consciousness for what I thought was the last time. Am I weird to say that that sounds pretty comforting? Uncomfortable. Right, I'm probably weird. To try and explain. I am cold. A lot of the time. And I, by now, have serious sensory issues with my legs. Not only do they go numb very easily, they tend to look some sort of not normal leg limb color. They tend to be cold most of the time. I mean, they're not that gross. It's just sometimes it's purpley, sometimes it's red. It's not, I'm not losing my limbs, but my blood flow down to my legs is screwed. And if I do feel the ground beneath them, it feels like walking on cotton. And it's not even unusual in my family, that's the thing. My mother was just all like, oh, just get a footstool. I never sit with my legs down because I can't feel them either when they're on the floor. And it's like, thanks, Mom, that's not entirely normal. But because I'm so used to having like cold limbs that I barely feel, that sounds comforting. And it really shouldn't. Because I'm all like, yay, that's my normal state of being, just spread to more parts of your body. It's time to take back control. You reholster the knife into your jacket. A lot of things have collected in its pockets over the last few weeks. Letter with sire you would love to forget, a coat hanger more bent out of shape than yourself, and your phone. We need to talk. It just appeared in my bag a few weeks ago. I missed the struggles I was facing. I could not deal with it at the time. Couldn't deal with a sudden message from my blood giver. Still, even after calling him, it's hard to concentrate on the numbers. As I just hoped he died. Right now, it's better that he didn't. Coat hanger. I always carry this around. I bent it into an L shape and flattened the head. I can pick old locks that need one of those big keys with this. Phone. The weight of your mobile phone lies heavy in your pocket. Maybe I should throw it away. Maybe I shouldn't have done this a long time ago. But it's hard to cut ties with everything that lies behind me. Couldn't do it yet. Screen shines bright into the darkness as you turn it on. 32 missed calls, 70 text messages. I'm sorry, Paige, we're sorry, we miss you. They're all like this, most of them from Jay. They continue like this, they will become true poets. As if. But should I really do this? Should I call my coterie? Ex-coterie. It will just try to persuade me, but maybe it would be for the better. I don't know. Persuade you to what? Join the camera? I mean, no, not calling. No, you reap what you sow. It's their own fault for abandoning. Put the phone back into your pocket. You hurry. You're close to your parents' house. Finally, I'm really home. Lights gleaming through the curtains shine like a beacon of hope in this dark, cold night. You approach the door. Let's be bold! You ring the doorbell. So excited, I'm afraid. They even recognize me? Do they still look the same? It's been a long time. Nothing happens. Like nobody's home. Did they forget to turn the lights off? Or did they just not hear the doorbell? Either way, it seems like I have to find another way inside. If I remember correctly, they had a spare key hidden under one of these flower pots. See if I can find it. There is nothing. Shit, I guess I have to find another way. Have you considered that your family moved away by now? You start walking to the backside, the hand clutched around your coat hanger in your pocket. You flinch. Wasn't expecting this sound. It's Jay. Okay, fine. You press the button, put the phone to your ear, you wait. Hey, Paige, is it you? You hesitate for a second. Yeah, it's me. Paige! Sounds excited. I'm so glad to finally reach you. Have you read my messages? Yeah. So what do you think? Alright, yeah, I guess I should tell you this myself. I'm sorry. I know it was crappy what we did. We wanted to apologize. We shouldn't have joined the other side and leave you behind. That's not what friends do. Are we still friends? Man, I don't know. Your other side would very much like me to be dead, so... I don't know. It's been a lot and I have not forgotten what happened. I'm still hurt. I get it. I would be hurt too. They're not exactly nice to people like us. But is there any chance you might forgive us? Can we meet you? Where are you right now? In my hometown. Really? You're in your hometown? Alright, see you soon. Huh? Put the phone again. Wait, I feel queasy. Should go back to what I was doing. Yes, they still have the same door. I know, this might come in handy when I finally get here. Yes, it's open. It's saved. Saved. V. We use V here. My ass more than once since I came this. Almost fell asleep in the sun once. Might have been my end if they hadn't been a shed with one of those old logs that I can pick nearby. Can't wait to enjoy the sunrise again without the fear that the sun burns my skin after a few seconds. Oh, second time seeing this picture. I should just like make a counter of most used pictures. You open the door to the cellar. The light of the old fluorescent lamp flickers when you turn the switch. It emits a humming sound. Still as messy as when I left. They're never going to use any of the furniture that's down here. In the meantime, it only got worse. The couch is moldy, and where do all those chairs come from? Smile. Yes, it's still as messy. Still have them? Aww, there's boxes labeled with Paige. Can't believe it. They still have those crappy pictures I drew as a child. Already told them 1,000 times that they should throw them away when I was still here. Oh, that's really bad. Is this supposed to be a dog or a horse? I remember this. I remember this. The dad took me to the petting zoo and I drew Mom as a donkey because why? Was I angry at her? Did she have to stay at home because of something? I don't quite remember. Well, Paige, you have more memories than me. Congratulations. The art to all of this is to learn to let go. Oh wow, my cat just went from my computer, lied down on the floor, and completely stretched out and went back to sleep. That is like the weirdest move ever. You go, cat. Everyone uses this picture. Everyone lives in the same apartment. A few lamps close to the windows barely illuminate the room. Oh, it's kind of dark in here. Doesn't seem like somebody's still awake. Maybe they kept the lights on for... I don't know. Mom, Dad, are you here? Don't have to be afraid. It's me, Paige. I'm back. I'm sorry I had to break in, but I didn't know how else I could come inside. You didn't answer the door. Hello? Furniture's still there, but no parents. Maybe they went to a restaurant or something like this. Been a long time. I guess they don't have to stay at home every evening moping about the disappearance of their only child. Yeah, they deserve some relief. Wander around looking at the decoration in the living room. What do I do next? Do they even live here anymore? Yeah, the stuff in the cellar is still the same, and even if they have a new couch and a new TV, I recognize some of the furniture. Pictures? Yeah, they still do live here. Why should some strangers have a picture of my 17th birthday at their wall? That was a fun time. Mom threw a sleepover for me and my friends. We stayed up late and ate a lot of candy and chips. One of them even had to puke because of all the sugar and fat. I remember exactly one of my sleepovers. I don't think I had a lot. And it's not a happy memory. So I'm gonna put it back into the brain case that I found it at. Yeah, that's what I should do. Hey, for all of you who had traditional sleepovers, I'm kinda jealous. My friends. Oh, music change! I miss my childhood friends. I can't that night. I had just stayed at home like Mom wanted, but no, we had to go to this stupid party. I've never been to a party. Legitimately, I've never been to a party. And I don't feel like I'm losing something, so... At my ripe old age of almost 30. I still have a couple of years, but come on. I'm getting close now. The only party that I will ever visit, in case we ever climbed out of these pandemic years, I have a feeling, is a D&D party. You wanna go to a D&D party as well? Yeah? Good cat. Good cat. On our way back home, those monsters grabbed us. Listen to their van laughing at our screams, the warehouse, the pit. Oh. Were you Sabat? Yeah. The memories are obscure after that. Only thing I remember clearly is being in that strange building surrounded by death. My friends, riddled with bullets by people I had never seen. All those strangers, torn to shreds. A face distorted, half burned, the fangs still dripping with blood. Could have been Helen. Helen, Bennett, Lydia, they're gone forever. Shake your head. No, stop thinking about this shit, you idiot. You turn your back on the pictures. Badges? Walk up the sash covered in badges hanging on the wall. I still keep them here. My parents were so proud when I joined the Scouts. Oh, you had Scouts! That sounds delightful! That sounds like having a life. I was in a couple of ballet meetings before I quit. And I had private piano lessons. And my mother really wanted me to sing, but I didn't have the capacity for air. And it would nearly pass me out. And the one time when I had to go performing, I was very sick and I threw up right before it, and I did not enjoy that experience, so I quit all of those lessons at the ripe old age of 10. I think I tried taking tennis lessons once. Swimming maybe twice. They kept on trying to get me into extracurricular activities and it just wouldn't work out. It was a mixed group, but I hated it. I wanted to hang out with my own friends, not some kids I was forced to spend the afternoon with. But as soon as I was old enough to stay home alone after school, they kept the badges that I had gathered over the years in the living room as a reminder for what I was missing out on. Or they were proud of you, kid. Look around at your home. The corner where your mother had to put a plant in front of the wallpaper after you drew on it as a small child. The armchair where your father used to sit in the morning and read his paper. The cupboard when you hit your head on one of those sharp edges. The wound had to be treated with 3 stitches. Some things changed, but in the end it's still the same. I'll meet them tomorrow. He left me all alone. He never told me anything. If it hadn't been for my coterie, I would have been dead a few weeks later. What am I supposed to do until then? I have to find a place to stay till tomorrow night. I might as well stay here until I know what to do. Should I watch TV? Who's this? Hey Paige, long time no see. Guys, what are you doing here? We're here because of you. Why? They sent us to kill you. They what? Would you actually do this? I will if I have to. I'll give you a choice. I like you, Paige. We've been friends for more than a decade. I really don't want to have to kill you. I'll promise you that they will comply. Maybe they will still kill you, but at least you have a chance. Can't go back there without you. If you want to accompany us dead or less dead is up to you. Join the Camarilla with us. Oh boy. What friends we have! Amazing friends! Thanks, guys! I feel bad for a thin blood. I don't think we probably wouldn't fare any better in the Sabbat, and it is the killing of her sire that our character was considering. Yeah, if you're a thin blood, you're kind of screwed either way. I'm kind of amazed that she survived for like a whole decade. That is a lot for thin blood. You know what? Fine. Alright, I will do it. I will go back with you. Really? Moments later, his astonishment turns into a big grin. Yes, yes! I knew I could convince you! They're assholes and all, but I'm sure we can manage. The old team is back together. We'll woo them like we did back with the Anarchs, and they will have to let you live, right? Will they? Yeah, sure. Let's go! If you can't kill them, join them. So there's 5 endings. So ending 2 for decline, ending 3 for decline, ending 5 for forgiveness, ending 1 do anything else. You know what? Yeah. Let's... Oh, your skip works the way that I would assume a skip to work. It stops after a choice. I wanna not tell them what I'm doing. Leave me alone. I don't want to hear your shit right now. Had the chance. I'm not over their betrayal. I still want to look at everything. I still want to make the same choices. You would never forget that face. It was etched into your memory the night you were embraced. Did I startle you? That was not my intent. Oh shit! We were... Actually, maybe being a thin blood is not that bad. What are you doing here? We agreed to meet at that warehouse. Did you follow me? What are you doing? What? You shouldn't know about this house. The address was written on your old phone case. I had to start my search for you somewhere. Your body runs cold. Your fingers still shake, touched by the jolt of sudden terror. What? Taking a look around the room from the exit is blocking to the counters and walls, and these sweeps into your mind. Frantically, your eyes hover over the dark shadows in every corner. Where's my family? What did you do to them? They're quite safe. Finally got to take that vacation they were talking about all the time. How do you know about that? Did you spy on my parents? Not in particular, but I was around here a lot. You learned to be quite observant. I searched for you, gave you the letter, gave you the choice you did not have before. You are the only one left, Paige. All the others I created are dead. You're my last chance to apologize. Are you kidding me? Why would I listen to anything you have to say, let alone believe it? You killed me. You ruined my life. Because of you, I needed to drink blood. You turned me into a killer. Yes, all of that is true. Can't take back what I did. Nothing can make up for what you did. I don't want to stab this dude. I legitimately don't want to stab this dude. I hate you. From the bottom of my heart. How could you do this to me? Why did it have to be me? Hey, be glad it didn't fully work. It didn't. That's just what we did. Pick someone off the street, use them against our enemies. It had nothing to do with you, Paige. I didn't think about what it would do to you. I wouldn't have cared back then. I do now. I dedicated my existence to finding you. Took a while, but you're here. You're finally here. Came back to me. You gave me a chance to say my piece. For that I am thankful. It's not too late to change my path. I'm not stabbing the dude. It might have been Paige's idea to stab the dude, but no. I came here to kill you, but that's not who I am. It never was. You said what you were here to say. Now leave. I will manage. We'll still be in town for a while. If you decide you don't want to be alone, meet me at the cemetery tomorrow. With that, he's gone, and once again, you're alone. Lose yourself for a moment, wondering if you made the right choice. Silently, you wander through the lifeless rooms. Every step across the hardwood floor, your thought wanders with you, further and further, until you open the door to your old room. Getting early. I should get some rest while I can. You close the blinds, you slide under the dusty covers of your childhood room. I am amazed that these people kept it for a fucking decade. Okay? That must have been some grief, because that's some dedication. Staring at the ceiling, you relive the events of the night. Finally, after hours of being left alone with your thoughts, your eyelids grow heavy and you drift off to sleep. Waking up in a place you recognize as unfamiliar but not unwelcome. Straighten in your clothes, taking in the room around you as you pull up the zippers of your boots. You wouldn't have turned me, would I have stayed? First few weeks I didn't even think of my family. In all those years, didn't move a thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. My second place trophy I got in the track field. The scratch across my door frame Dad made when his hand slipped taking off my door. Even still had the hair trimmer my mom used to shave my head. Probably would have left either way. I felt trapped here. But it wasn't like they didn't care. Probably cared too much. 2 more seconds to soak it in. After all, I will never come back to this house again. It will do good without me. Not a child they lost. Never was. After taking one last breath of the smell that used to cling to you whenever you went, you turned to the exit. I will miss you, Mom and Dad, always. I don't depend on choices made for me. For the first time in my life, I am completely free. I've been terrified for the past few weeks. Do I need to be alone to be free? I think. No, we're gonna go and live with the poor Nosferatu dude. Wouldn't have done any of this if he wouldn't have changed. We were all alone in my parents' house. Could have killed me and left me for my parents to find. Well, by that point you would probably be a bit more than a corpse, so they would never find you. Thumbs up. If he really wants to make up for embracing me, he might be my best chance for survival. Cemetery isn't far from here. I think I saw the cemetery picture before, but I don't remember where. Walking through the cemetery gates, you barely avoid a deep puddle. It will be funny if it's directly in this video, if it's broken mirror one. The path leading you past the crowded rows of gravestones is still wet from yesterday's rain. Your eyes still search for your sire when you hear a clacking coming from the mausoleum walls. Stepping closer, you see a shadowy figure pressed to the walls, getting closer by a single step. Paige, you came! You actually came back to me. Don't take this as me giving you a pass for what you did. I don't know you, but I do believe that you changed. Without motion, your sire turns his face away from you. Hearing him laugh wakes the urge to flee inside of you. It's like instinct. As he turns back to you, he raises his claw to his eyes to carefully pick up the ruby tear. Oh, would you look at that? I thought I would never cry again. Somebody had told me I would be doing this yesterday. I would have decked him right in the face. Don't make me regret this, you. I won't, Paige. Your trust is the greatest gift I received since I was embraced. I will do anything I can to repay you. Oh, he's a sweet dude. Nosferatus are always sweet, bros. I don't know why. You take a few careful steps down the cemetery path. While you're walking into the mist and into an unlife strange to both of you, you look over your shoulder to see him right by your side. As your eyes meet, the embers burning from his visage speaks one last sentence. Just so you know, my name is Grigol. That is a really weird name, dude. Aw, thicker than water. You okay? I'll let you out in a second. I think these are like character portraits and these are like endings. Like the first ending starts here and then 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna let you guys go and collect more endings for Vampire the Masquerade Home. The link is in the description down below. It's my favorite one for today. It's well made. There are multiple endings. It's a nice story. I expected it to be like really depressing, but the one where you get to forgive your sire really isn't. So it just felt kind of sweet. So anyways guys, these have been the Vampire the Masquerade entries for today, and I will see you the next day when I actually do have a change of clothes because it will actually be Monday. For now it is Sunday. Well actually it's about 6 AM on Monday and I'm about to have a sleep until my work meeting. So good night.